So the next step that we're going to do is reconcile the bank. So we're going to use the business bank account and we click reconcile 28 items. So the first thing we can do is we can reconcile any items that have already been matched, that have an OK next to them. So we can do the Ridgeway University, Truxton Property Management. We can also do the bank fees, the 7-Eleven, Gateway Motors. What else have we got? So there doesn't seem to be anything else apart from this other bank fee and 7-Eleven. So then we go back to the first page. So the next step that we're going to do is we're going to go to the Central City Parking and we're going to actually create a rule. So it says, when money is spent on the bank statement matches all of the following conditions with the payee equaling Central City Parking, the contact will be payee. There's no fixed value line items. So the description is just going to be parking. It's actually going to go into the vehicle expenses account. So there's automatically GST on expenses and 100% is allocated. We leave these ones as they come up and we click save. Then we go back to bank accounts and go to reconcile again for the business bank account. We then can reconcile all of the Central City Parking ones. So there's just that one there as well. So we can also create rules for the Parkside kiosk. So we follow the same steps. So for this one, instead of parking, it's actually, we're going to use the description as staff lunch. This one goes into entertainment expenses, so it's GST free expenses. Everything else is the same, and we click save. So again, back to bank accounts and the business bank account and reconcile. So Parkside kiosk, and we can reconcile all of these transactions. So there's no more for that one. So we go back to this one. Now the last one we can create a rule for is the Cooper Street Bakery. So with this one, they've already put in the descriptions. So we've got the pay equals Cooper Street Bakery and the description equals F+. So the description for this one is also staff lunch. It also goes into the expenses account, so it's GST free expenses, and everything else is the same, so we click save. So go back to bank accounts again, reconcile, and we can reconcile all the Cooper Street Bakery. So that's all for that one. So the next step that we're going to do is we're actually going to find and match a few transactions. So we're going to look for Xero cleaning. So we're going to search by name, and it's this one here. So we click that one. Now you'll notice that it's out by 5 cents. So we click adjustments, minor adjustment, and enter just 0.05. This reconciles it. So we can click OK for that one. We're also going to create a transaction for ACL conferences. So goes into this one. Now this one goes under a general expenses account. So we're just going to actually, for this one, we're going to make the description the registration number here. So reg 8018922. And we're going to actually put it down as staff training as well. So we can then click OK, and that one's done. So we're going to do the same for Whitcoulls. We're going to assume this one is also a general expense, and we don't actually know what it's for, so we can't add a description. We can do the same for Wilson Online Periodicals. And we can actually put the sub reference number there as the description. So sub 098801, and we're going to put this one under general expenses as well. This is also the same for New World. So general expenses yet again, and EFT 000389991 as the description. So the next step is to find this one for Smart Agency. So we go match, find and match. So we're going to search by name. So you see there's two for Smart Agency. So when we click on both of them, it shows that we've actually done the two payments in one lump sum. So we can click reconcile for this one. So then for this one, you'll notice that City Limousines is a part payment. So we go match, find and match. We look for this number here, so it's 1002. So this one here. So we click on split. Now we put in the amount that we've paid, which is 100. Click split, and then reconcile. So we've also got this one here. So this one is actually revenue received. So for this one, we create a transaction saying revenue received other revenue. So we're going to call it Majestic Contracting. And then we're going to put sublet RM2031 and put in brackets rent. Now we've also got this one here. Now this one comes under revenue received in advance, as it's got a deposit advance written there. So we copy the description there and we just put in here Jacaranda Maple Systems. So that one's fine, so we can now do that one. Now these ones here, we're not quite sure what they're from. So what we're going to do is we're going to go find a match, and we're going to find something that nearly equals the total of that. So the closest that we come to is this Pinnacle Management. So we're going to click on this one and click split and enter the amount. So for this one, we're entering 1,000. Split it, okay, and then we do the same for this one. So it was Pinnacle. Whoops, didn't mean to open that one. So if you do click on the name, it actually opens it in a new window. So we click split, and this one here is a $1,500 payment. So we split that one, okay. And then for this last one, we'll add it to the same amount. So Pinnacle Management, split, and it's just 200 for this one. So there we go, we've reconciled all the transactions for this account. So when you're reconciling, just be very careful. If you can't find an amount or there's no description as to what it's for and there's a large amount, put it with an amount that's very similar in total. Stay tuned for the next video.